Find the shorts. These are my work shorts. Wait till we get a few people in here. Wait till we get a few people in here. I lost my water bottle. I lost my water bottle. We gotta wait. Say what's up in the chat when you join the video, please. Because I've noticed it's been a little wrong with the viewer count. So just comment on the video. I know we have people in here now. Very good day today. Very good day today. Very good day indeed. I found a t-shirt. I put it on. It's a little warm. It smells clean. If I remember, this is a shirt that I put on my bed to wear after I hopped out the shower the other day. Fold these shirts up real quick. What's up, everybody? Just say what's up in the chat when you join. So I know we got people in here and I can start talking. I don't feel like repeating myself today. I don't want to repeat myself today. And I just want to, actually connect with people when I start talking. So just give me a wave in the chat when you hop on. Says we still don't got no viewers yet, so I'm assuming we don't have anyone in the chat yet. Alright, welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Yes, sir, Mr. YouTube bot, sir. Say what's up in the chat when you join the chat. Let me get a wave. Let me get a what's up so I know we got people in here. And I'll start talking. I just need a wave or what's up, man. That's it. I need a wave. I need a hello. I need a hey, hi, how you doing? It's Wheezy F, baby, come to take a dump and urine on a toilet bowl. Let me get a wave. Hi, hello. So I know we got people in the chat. What's up, chat? How's everybody doing? Beautiful day, beautiful day. Great day today. Very happy. Got lots to talk to y'all about today. It was a really good day. I'm ready to start storytelling, so let me get a hey, hi, hello. Let me get a wave. I see we got a few people. How's everybody doing, chat? How's everybody doing? Thanks for 4.5 million. Thanks for 4.5 million. One video. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. Goal's 1,000. We're at about 830. Goal is 1,000. I need 1,000 subscribers to get monetized. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everything else is met. 3,000 watch hours, 4,000 watch hours, 3 million views. We done hit it. We're past it. We're on the way to 5 million views. What's up, guys? We got 19 people in the chat. What's up? How's everybody doing? Let me get a hey, hi, hello. How you doing? James, what's up? How you doing today? We got 24 people in the chat. What's up, chat? How's everybody doing? Thanks for 4.5 million. Thanks for 4.5 million. I'm so happy you have no idea. Made my freaking day today. Wow. All right. Roni, what's up? James, I'm from Florida. How you doing? Where's everybody from? Where's everybody at? How's everybody doing today? What's up, Lewis? I see the hello. I see the wave. How you doing? 20 people in the chat. How's everybody doing? I'm from C what? There's a lot of C's. You got Connecticut, Colorado, Canton, Ohio, Vancouver, Canada. What's up, Bela? What's up, baby? Everybody want to see Bela? This is Balakins. 12-year-old pups. How's everybody doing in the chat, man? Vancouver, Canada. Tell me what Canada's like, man. What's Canada like? I've always wanted to go to Canada. I just moved down here from Michigan, so you know Michigan's right next to Canada. They're like tied in together. And I was in Michigan for a year. I just recently moved down here, and I had a buddy out in Michigan. He was my best friend for a very long time, and when I got out of prison, he said he was going to buy us a house, so he bought a little trailer, and I stayed up there for a year. It was really nice, just very cold. So I imagine Canada, well, maybe not right now, but I imagine Canada is pretty cold for the most part. Who else we all got in here? We got 14 people in the chat right now. What's up, chat? I'm here to say thanks for 4.5 million. It's I feel like a creator now. I truly feel like a creator. I feel like this is the next chapter. You know, it was just a week ago. 38 people in the chat. Beautiful. How's everybody doing? We got 38 people in the chat. Everybody give me a wave, give me a hi, give me a hello, say hey, hi, how you doing? Let me get something. Let's start talking. Vancouver, how is it, my man? Gillian, is it Jillian? It's Gillian, right? I'm doing pretty good. How you doing? James, Vancouver, right now it's very hot. Oh, I imagine being in Florida. The feel like's over 100 degrees. Bentley, yo, how you doing, Bentley? How you doing? How's everybody doing? But, where are we getting at? Yeah, the feel like's 100-something degrees over here in Florida. It's very hot out. I usually shower twice a day. It's pretty crazy. James, I don't know. Canada is a nice one, I guess, but it's hard to answer the question because I don't got anything to compare it to. Well, so for me, it's like, you know I kind of got the experience when it came to the weather, but I still never got to leave the country, and I've always wanted to leave the country. My parents are from India. I imagine it's a lot better than that. Oh, yeah, I'm sure it is. India is what, a third world country? Gillian, let me know if I'm saying that right. All good. Let me know if I'm saying that right, please, and thank you. But, yeah. So, oh, back to what I was saying. My bad. So 5 days ago, right? I think it's 6 days ago now. You know, I was just contemplating. I was contemplating doing the same thing I'm doing right now. Sitting on my bed. I got the TV right here, so I usually play the PlayStation or something. So I'm sitting on my bed contemplating right here. And I'm like, you know, I got all this stuff going on. I got these programs. I'm doing all these classes. Like, I got a 2-hour therapy class tomorrow because I'm working on getting my driver's license back. So they got me doing all this stuff for the next 5 months. Excuse me. And so, for example, I'll give you a short summary of my week. I had to do 2 drug tests this week. I've had to do 2 therapy sessions, group therapy sessions. I have to do a 2-hour therapy class, one-on-one session tomorrow. And then I have to go see the doctor the day after that. And that's usually about an hour or so. And I can still have another random drug test anywhere along the way. And I don't have any notice of the drug test except for when I call that morning, and I try to call them by 7 a.m. And I have until 5 p.m. on weekdays besides Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I have until 1 p.m. to go there, or everything is done and I gotta restart, and I'll probably have to pay a lot of money for it because it's what they call an outpatient treatment program. So if you get like a DUI, which I had in 2019, and I've been locked up for a long time, so I just never really got to get to it, you know? And it's been holding me back. I want to get my driver's license, you know? I still got a whole car up north that I haven't even brought down yet. Yeah, I got to start getting these things taken care of. All right, yeah, man, you said it correctly. Thanks, and tuning in from South Africa. Okay, South Africa. That is pretty freaking awesome. Cool. I'm glad we got people in different countries. We got someone in Canada, and also, you know, you said, James, you said your parents are from India. And then we got Gillian, and you're in South Africa. That's pretty awesome. I like that. I want to go to, so we're going to get to that next question here in just a second. I want to go to the Philippines, and I want to go to Vietnam. I thought Vietnam was like a crap hole until I started watching videos about Vietnam, and I learned more about the place and actually realized it's pretty cool. How do I deal with stress? So I had that problem for a long time, and what I do now is I'm pretty much good with my routine. I have a pretty straightforward routine. Besides, the random stuff throughout my week with different drug tests and classes and all that stuff. Some stuff I don't have control over of. But other than that, I just stick to a pretty straightforward routine. If I'm feeling more stressed out than usual or anxious or something along the lines, there's a park. It's about 10-minute, 15-minute bike ride, depending how fast you choose to go. And I'll find like a little corner. It's not, you got a park, like a playground area for the kids, but then if you walk for about, or bike ride for like 3 minutes, if you walked about 10 minutes, there's a workout area. And none of the kids go there. Not really anyone goes there. It's usually pretty hot out, so you might have like one or two homeless people that go hide in the corner by the trees and go to sleep or something. Because it's kind of like, it's not far out, but it's like a long enough ways away from everybody else, like the sidewalk and the street where the people drive. And so you might see a homeless person or two there. They might be sleeping under a tree. And other than that, it's pretty peaceful. And they got a pull-up bar there, they got a dip bar, and they got some push-up bars. And I'll just, go by a tree under the shade. I'll stretch for like 45 minutes, and then I'll go work out for like an hour. How old are you? 27. I'll be 28 in 3 months. 3 months and 2 days? 3 months and 2 days. I'll be 28. Vietnam is beautiful in most Asian countries, but I want to go to Japan. Yeah, Japan's cool. I don't think I can go there because I'm a felon. I think I can go there on a work order, but that's about it. James, you're 23, not too far behind. 24 on December 1st, that's what's up. Yeah, you're not too far behind. 23 and 27, there's some differences. My differences would probably be different than yours because I went to prison at 23. And then I got out like right about a year ago, right? So when I was 23, I didn't have years of prison under my belt yet. And what I mean by that is it really changes you having to live in that type of lifestyle with these types of people, sleeping next to them for years. Not just 3 months in jail or 4 months in jail, 3 years with some of the worst and worst of people, with some of the worst and worst of charges. And then you're seeing all these things, and people get killed, and they get hurt, and blood all the time, and people get sick, and people die, and excuse my language, I don't want to get flagged for nothing. It's just 23 to 26, it was a very interesting time. I learned a lot, I learned a lot, and I learned how to move accordingly, of course, but in a different way. And I went through a lot. It was a crazy experience. My sister is 27. I'm in prison, and it's called marriage. That's why I'm still single. It's like, I was locked up all my 20s. I went to jail 6 times, and then I went to prison for a few years. That was all my 20s. I feel like this is my first year out of my 20s as a free man. So it's like, why do I want to rush into a relationship, I want to live my life and enjoy it the way I want to. You're not wrong for being in a marriage, and don't take my advice. Don't take my perspective, not my advice. Don't take my perspectives and outlooks on things because I've had a whole different journey, I was gone for a long time and didn't have my freedom, so I didn't get to enjoy things like turning on a PlayStation for a very long time. I didn't get to enjoy spreading out and sleeping by myself in a king-size bed for a long time. I was on a bunk bed, I look forward to taking out my dog multiple times a day because there was so many years I wasn't able to do that. So I still have different feelings towards doing different things than you might. Yeah, I know what you. How many guys share a cell in prison? Because this side, at least 20 guys sharing. Yeah, so you're only gonna really share a cell with a couple people, depending on the size of the cell. If it's like if it's like segregation, just one person. But if it's overcrowded, they will put two more people, and it's just the size of a bathroom. You know, you're gonna have two people. One person's gonna be on the floor, two people on a bunk. The person on the floor might get two mats. We've had dorms that get overpopulated, you know, and then people just sleep on the floor with two mats. But yeah, typically 1 to 2. Oh, my phone. I just dropped my phone, guys. Hold on. Nobody go nowhere. I dropped my phone. But yeah, I'm sure your prison's like way more worse than ours. Alright, yeah, I know what you mean. Seeing people get juked in front of you changes you in ways you can never imagine. Absolutely, 100%. Hi. What's up, Nikki? How you doing? There we go. I've been with my wife since 2017. That's awesome. Glad to hear that. And it's good that, you don't want to rush into things and you don't want to give up too quick either. So the fact that you guys been together since 2017 says a whole lot, especially for being young. You know, I feel like having a wife for 8 years doesn't really say too much if you're already 55 or 60 years old, but if you're like in our age group, it says a lot because it shows you're really like trying to build with this person, and you know what I mean. It's what marriage is about. It shows that you take relationships, seriously. It shows that you take another woman seriously. It shows maturity for our age group, and especially in a time where our age group, still glorifies sleeping around with people and partying and, doing stupid stuff. That's what it's all about. I feel like we should have had all that out of our system by the time we were like 15 or 16, But it takes a lot longer for some people. Alright, let's scroll down these comments. James, I met her back then when we were in high school. Also, no, it's not an arranged marriage. She's Persian. Hey, sometimes we meet people in all different skin colors and shapes and forms, smaller, bigger, different colored hair and different, size feet and hands and rings. One girl might wear a 2, the other girl wears a 4 on her ring finger. Who knows? As long as she makes you happy and you guys have a good solid connection and you guys can work as a solid team and get along, I feel like that's all that matters, and she makes you happy. If you don't mind me asking, why did you get locked up? You don't gotta answer though if it's a tough question. Trafficking methamphetamine. What's up, guys? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Glad to see you're doing good, man. Yes, sir. Trying, bro. I'm trying. I'm out here. How you been, Aaron? Nikki, you said good. That's what's up. Well, I haven't talked to you in a while, Aaron. Glad to see you on here, though, bud. Just trying to do a whole different thing. Trying to take this to... I just got monetized on one of my Facebook accounts. And believe it or not, it was my old one. Not even the one that I use. I just got like 300,000 or 280 something thousand views and stuff on my Facebook, and it shows you a chart how other monetized creators are doing, and I'm like right there with them, with the amount that I post and how well my engagement is and viewers and whatnot. So I'm thinking I'm gonna get monetized on that other account soon. And now I'm just working on my YouTube. Trying to building my family number 2. See, I don't really got much of a family though. I got my mom, I got my dad and my sisters and stuff and all that, but it's really like my mom and my grandfather, right? So I don't really got much of a family anyways, so I gotta make you guys my family now. James, I got charged as a minor for that as well. Thankfully, I was a minor and I got off with a slap on the wrist. Yeah, I've had a lot of charges. They're all substance related. I gotta be careful with what I say so I don't get flagged. They're all substance related. This one, it was what it was. It was right under 28 grams, so they didn't give me the full 8 years, which is Florida law. And that was only because I was with a couple people that night, and I was, giving out samples, right? So, the amount that I had originally would have got me 8 years, but since a little bit was taken from the bag, uh, knocked me down to 3. And we live a normal life now. Like I said, a few minutes ago, I'm doing a bunch of classes. I do drug tests. I do, therapy and stuff. So all that life is long gone. So no, we don't got to worry about that. That's all done and over with. I'm just a stoner, nothing serious. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Thank God, yes sir. Thank God. Thank God you got only slapped on the wrist. Prison sucks, dude. Thank God, he's taking care of us and letting us be free men. We both could be doing a lot more time. I could have been doing 5 more years. You could have went to prison. It's not fun. It's not cool that you go to prison now either. There's nothing cool about it. These guys, they make these channels. I'm not trying to turn this into a prison channel. Now, it's a part of my life, so I'll gladly talk about it. But, these people, they make, like, prison channels and prison meals, and they talk about all, we could have story time and all that stuff and do stories on live and whatnot, but that's not really, like, that wasn't my main intention, I know it's entertaining. I understand learning about a place that you've never been to and don't ever really get to see. Come here, honey. You want attention? I'll give you attention. Come here. So I understand that that's amusing and entertaining. Come here. You got to get over here. I'm not getting up. You got to get over here. And so, like I said, I don't mind doing the stories and all that stuff. We could talk about it whenever. It's always a Q&A. Whenever I'm on live, it's a 24/7 Q&A. And whenever you want to ask anything. Don't even smoke no more. That's what's up, bro. Hold on. I gotta go up. I'm missing a bunch of comments here. Let's start up from up here. Anyways, bro, I'm sitting in front of my work right now. I'll be back next time. My wife's at home waiting for me, so I gotta go. My real name is Roma. Roman. Roma M. Roma or Roman. Alright, well, I'll see you later. Oh, Roman, by the way. Okay. Roma, by the way. I feel that, man. I locked in, got a couple job opportunities coming up, got off social and stuck to the grind. First time in 14 years. I can pee clean. It feels good. Don't even smoke no more. That's awesome, bro. Yeah, it's like I'm doing the opposite right now. I'm like getting completely into the social. And I'm not even a social person. That's the crazy part. So it's like, but I mean, you see it, this is what I have to do right now. I'm in a situation where I'm pretty locked in with Baycare, and so I'm already having trouble finding a flexible schedule to be, where I need it to be. And then, I can always find work and find side work and stuff, so that's not a big deal. But I'm trying to just focus on getting my license. So if I can do this, that's awesome. Hello, I absolutely love your eye makeup. Okay, thank you. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You look like you lay... Oh my... Jeez, here we go. Alright, appreciate that. I just don't want to get flagged, so I don't want to, like, read a lot of these comments out loud. Your license, like, driving... Yeah, so, I mean, like, I got a car and stuff. I got an SUV and everything. But I don't have a driver's license, so I'm trying to get my driver's license back. Back when I was driving legally 2019 before I went to prison, all that stuff. I ended up getting a DUI. I got caught with like under a pound of weed. It was like a half pound. And I got caught with a bunch of stuff, and I was under the influence, and the cop gave me a DUI, and because I got pulled over at a gas station at a 7-Eleven, and yeah, so I just haven't tried to get my license back. I've always just been under the radar, either driving, you know what I mean, and or just not driving and being stupid and going back to jail and stuff. So it's like the first time in my life in like 6-7 years I'm actually trying to take it really seriously. Like, I started taking my life serious in prison, but being a free man, this is like the first time I've taken my life seriously in a long time. I've always had a substance problem for like 10 years, 12 years. But, I mean, I've been cleaned up for a while now. But, I mean, it got pretty bad. Yeah, I appreciate that. Nexus, thank you for the compliments and everything. What you got to do to get it back? Gillian, what is your name, bro? I go by Tyler, but my name's John. Is that your own house? No. What do I got to do to get my license? I got to finish this outpatient treatment program for 5 more months, which requires me to go to therapy anywhere from 2 to 3 times a week for a couple hours. Once a month I got to do a one-on-one therapy session. I have to see the doctor a couple times, usually like once a month. And I got to do drug tests, random drug tests for color code, anywhere from 1 to 2 times a week. And then I got to do 100 hours of community service. And then I got to still do another drug and alcohol class for like a few weeks. And then I just have to make payments for all my court fees. It's like $25 a month for the rest of my life. I've had so many charges, I owe like $80-something thousand to the court system. They're not going to do anything, It's not like they can do anything about it, but they can suspend my license if I don't pay on it. Theo Vaughn, I don't know who that is. Your AK-47 tattoo and money symbols look fire. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sleeved up. Prison fence down. Father Time. Prison tower. The clock, I was wearing a citizen watch. The scrolls, I got scrolls for all my years. Area code, Queen of the Streets. Some other stuff. AK. It's got a girl riding the AK. Money bag. Music notes and a rose for an old friend. Did you get the tattoos in prison? Every single one. This is Bayla Rooney, by the way. She is a non-stop attention-wanting dog. She wants constant attention, but it's not a big deal because this is supposed to be my last year with her. For anyone who doesn't know, she's got cancer, and the vet said that she has 3 years left, and this is year number 3. So I love Baby. You'll always see me with her. You'll always see me petting her and all that stuff. And she deserves it. If this is supposed to be her last year, she's going to get all the attention in the world. What happens if you get caught? As long as it's not on your face or like a really big tattoo around your neck. And one time I seen an officer kind of get mad about a dude. He got the skeleton hands tattoos. Like, he got both of his hands with the skeleton bones. And the officer was kind of like, pulled him to the side, but he didn't like get in trouble. I seen a dude only really get in trouble for having a pretty decent sized face tattoo. I think it was like a name. was like going all the way from his jawline like up to his chin. And then I've seen a dude get in trouble for having his entire neck done in one session. You know, because you could tell what a fresh tattoo looks like, right? So, you know, you just walk around prison, fresh tattoo, entire neck, you know, you're kind of like laughing in the officer's face, you know? But I've been pulled to the side for the AK tattoo because it was my first tattoo. I had to clean the laundry room with a toothbrush. Like all the cracks in the cement, I had to clean the laundry floor for like 4 or 5 hours for 3 days straight. And then my last day, I was outside around the compound. Like the first 2 days, I was in the laundry room, like really deep cleaning it with a toothbrush, a little tiny prison toothbrush. I'm not gonna lie to you, I wasn't really doing anything. I was just kind of acting like I was cleaning. But the last time, day 3, one of the other officers was like next to me the whole time for like 5 hours, and I had to get all in the cracks in the sidewalk with a toothbrush, and I had to get all the dirt and pull all the little weeds out and everything for 5 hours. So, but yeah, you know, that was the only time I got punished for having a tattoo. Like 15 hours of toothbrush cleaning. I didn't have any. I got into 13 fights. Sorry to hear that, bro. My dog died of cancer too. I had to bury him in the backyard. Had a great life though. Yeah, man. This is our second dog that we've had now with cancer, and it kind of sucks, you know. But at the end of the day, I'm not like she is. You hear her barking out there, like she's living her best life, you know. She's out there barking and playing, and that's what she does. She don't really play anymore. Her joints and stuff. She's getting older. She plays once in a blue moon with her bear and stuff. But she's lived for 12 years, you know. I can't be mad. I can't be mad at God for that. You know, God gave us 12 years with her. That's all I can ask for. But yeah, 13 fights. One of them with an officer. Hopping off here, glad you're doing good, man. I'll find you on FB again. Yes, sir. It'll be in my work page. Though, yeah, and you know I'm back in Florida and stuff, so, I mean, I'm always pretty busy. I'm always looking, you know, messing with videos and doing content, and, like, I got, like, 200 videos on my phone just from this week, and I still got to edit a bunch of them and stuff, and I'm always at the daycare, or I'm trying to find some side work or exercise, and it's the same thing every day, bro. So, I don't want to say like we can hang out tomorrow or whatever, you know. You're working, and you know how it goes, but we'll definitely catch up sometime here soon. I like your stream, bro. Thank you, bro. Definitely. Hey, all I'm asking from everyone, subscribe. I need 1,000 subscribers to get monetized. I don't want to ever ask for money from you guys. I want to get money from YouTube paying me directly. So that's the last thing we need to do is just get monetized. I'm pulling in 60, 70 subscribers a day right now. But my video that has reached 4.5 million is finally starting to slow down a little bit. And so that means it's not going to be giving me as much. I had to adjust my pants real quick. It's not going to be doing what I need it to do, you know. That's only going to last for so long. And since it's slowing down now, more than likely, it's probably going to keep doing its thing for another day or two, but that's it, you know. And it's all what I do from here. So I'd like to get my 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully, by the grace of God and you guys, because it's really up to you guys, before the video slows down all the way. I work a lot too. We will find time to catch up. Be safe, man. Yes, sir. Thank you. All I'm asking, leave a subscribe, bro. It means everything to me. Thank you. Have a good night. I gotta get to 1,000. I gotta start getting paid. But who else we all got in here in the chat? We've been getting a lot of people. We had 32 people at one point watching. That's awesome. This message is held for review. Hamill, how you doing? Carlos, blah, blah, blah. Anthony, what's up? Hamillin. Let me know if I'm saying that right. How you guys doing? How's y'all's night going? You see what we're doing? Just hanging out here in the bedroom. If I'm not live at nighttime, if I'm not live streaming with y'all, I'm just, finding content, making videos, editing videos, laying right here, or I'm on the PlayStation, decompressing, hanging out. I woke up a little bit because I was getting pretty tired before I hopped on the live. I was actually getting pretty tired. I thought I was going to take a nap first, but I had to take the dog out again, and it kind of woke me up a little bit. What's up? You coming back in here? What's up, chat? But yeah, to anyone new in the chat, I'm just here thanking everybody for 4.5 million. It means absolutely everything to me. I was here a couple days ago thanking you guys for 1 million views. I was thanking y'all for 300,000 views. I was thanking you guys for 2 million views. I didn't even get to make a 3 million view video. Or I didn't get to make a 2 million video. I think we jumped up for 1 to 3 is what happened. And so it was like, it just kept, it's literally day after day after day, this video just kept blowing up. And it's like, I really feel like a YouTuber now. I've been telling my mom that. I texted my dad today. I was like, I'm starting to really feel like a YouTuber now. And he's like, you getting paid yet? And I'm like, no. And he's like, well, you're not a YouTuber. And I was like, well, guess what? Each is to their own. I'm a YouTuber, because I got a family on here now. I'm building a community. We're calling it a family. And that's what it is. You can't tell me what I am and what I'm not. I can be anything I want to be. And if I want to be a YouTuber, guess what? I'm a freaking YouTuber. But the funniest thing out of all this, because I just got one of my Facebook accounts monetized, right? I got 2 Facebook accounts that I use. It's the same thing, just content. And one's monetized, and then I got a newer one that I made this year. And it started taking off more than the YouTube. The YouTube had like 496 subscribers. The Facebook had 550. Then I uploaded the video on here. It didn't do nothing for a couple days, and then just completely exploded. And now I'm completely surpassed that Facebook account. And the Facebook's what blew up first. The YouTube didn't even have anything going on for it yet. The most views I had on a video was like a few thousand. And my Facebook had 78,000 on one video alone, and then it was pulling 20,000 on another video, and then like 16 on another video. So, like, in less than 2 weeks, I've already gotten like 160,000 views on my Facebook, or something crazy like that. 150, because it goes by all your pictures and posts, and it's not just videos; it's everything, And so I do memes, I do all that stuff, so this only had a few thousand. And then it's just crazy, like how it just happens just like that. Boom, now I'm almost at 5 million. Insane. Alright. Stupid person, what a clown. Alright, hey, each is to their own. And if that's what makes you feel good. Whatever helps you sleep at night, buddy. Yeah, like I said, I was saying this last night on my other stream, or I think I was saying this a couple nights ago. When you start doing well in life, there's going to be two types of people. There's going to be people that weren't there for you and now all of a sudden want to show up into your life. And there's also going to be people that are the opposite. They were there for you, right, when you had nothing, but now they're jealous of you. You're going to meet two types of people in this world. That's that. You're also going to run into people, especially on this internet stuff, that see you doing good and they want to take a dump all over you and try to get to you. And I'm like the kind of person that supports world peace, and I support world peace. I don't preach about war. I don't, so I understand things have to be done for certain reasons, and like I understand why people have certain perspectives and why they think they do about certain things. And the big thing, it's all about power, right, and control. It's like the leaders of the world, they're all manipulated by what's going on in their heads. Come here. They want more, they're so greedy. They want more control and more power, right? Thank you for your service. Peace through strength. Yes, sir. I never went to the military. I know you see the flag. I wasn't in the military. I tried to enlist in the military, and I got denied by the Army at 18 years old because of my juvenile record. You want to go outside? We're going to go for a little walk ski. I did try to enlist. That's a true story, by the way. I did try to enlist in the military. Bela, enough! I tried to enlist in the Army, and I also was really debating about going in the Navy, but I ended up choosing the Army. And long story short, what happened with it was I had juvenile charges, and like they were gonna process me to do everything and my ASVAB and all that, but I came back in the system as like uneligible to enlist, and so I had to write like a 5-paragraph essay. I made it like 8 paragraphs, and I wrote it and took my time and wrote it in like really nice cursive and stuff. And I had to write to like a big general or something, not general, a lieutenant or something, sergeant. I think it was like a sergeant I had to write to, and they had to like approve it. They just never did. I don't know how that all went down, though. I just wrote the letter and gave it to him, you know what I mean? And I spent a lot of time doing it. No, juvenile criminal record. A juvenile criminal record. I got arrested 3 times as a juvenile. And so, there was drug-related charges. I had a shoplifting charge. I had and that's only as a juvenile. That's not as an adult. And I had a disorderly conduct. I got arrested when I was like, I'm trying to find the dog bags. We're about to go outside for a walk, and I'll try to hold the camera pretty good. There they are. They're in my room. I gotta bring the dog bags with me because the neighbors be freaking out if I don't clean her crap up. Now they're freaking out if I throw it away in their trash cans. It's kind of funny though. I'm gonna get a pair of smart glasses soon so you guys can see what I deal with my neighbors. We're gonna make that a thing. I feel like I should be getting paid to deal with these people around here. So we'll get a pair of like Meta glasses, and then I can record everything that goes on. Oh my god, my other neighbor's over here. What the heck? Is that Brandon? Yeah, this dude lives behind me. Not even on this street. I think that's Brandon's truck. Over here as it is. What are you doing over here? Hey, there's already a drug deal going on and everything. Right next to my house, there's already a drug deal going on. They're already doing stupid crap. That's how it goes around here. A juvenile record should be a plus when trying to join the military. We already talked about that. Good on you for staying hydrated in this heat. Yes, sir. Always drinking water. Always drinking water. I am hypoglycemic, so you'll see me drink juice and stuff occasionally. Gatorades, juice, because if my blood sugar gets low, it's like being diabetic without the insulin shots. I'll pass out and faint. Just poop on the neighbor's doorstep. Is it Florida? Yeah, we're in Florida. There's palm trees here. Florida palm trees. It's not a bad spot. Y'all see what I gotta do. I gotta trim all that up here one of these days. I'm just waiting for it to cool down, or like a rainy day so I can get rained on while I do it at least. These all gotta be picked up by the garbage man, but I gotta use a chainsaw and cut them all in half. This is Bayla. She's trying to dig in the yard because the cat likes to poop in the yard. It's disgusting. You're a disgusting dog. I love you, but you're disgusting. And, yeah. So, this is what's going on. Good deal. The dog is a baller. Oh, yeah, she eats so good. Look how much weight she's got on her. Like, and you could tell she's not even, like, fat. Like, she's got fat on her, obviously. You know, she's a little chunky butt. But, like, you see her legs and stuff. She's got muscle, you know? She's not like a sloppy looking dog for 12 years old. You know, when dogs get older, they start getting more saggy looking. They start getting wrinkly. You know, like she's holding well, especially for having cancer and stuff. Let me turn off the Wi-Fi real quick and get my data on. It's probably gonna, He said, dang, yeah, that's a healthy dog, looking dog for 12. That's what I'm saying, bro. And she's almost, like, she's already halfway to 13. Her birthday is in February. So, you know, for 12 years old, I really think she's a good looking dog. What's up, everybody in the chat? Everybody new in the chat? Drop a wave, say hi and hello. I have a red-nosed pit bull cross dog Argentino. That's what's up. I used to have a blue-nosed pit bull with my ex-girlfriend. I used to have this ex-girlfriend a few years back, and we had a blue-nosed pit. It's a little crazy out here. How's Florida life, though? Is it chill or overcrowded with out-of-town carpetbaggers? It's ridiculous, man. There's cars already driving up here. There's another car about to pass me. Or I guess it's turning. It's that car right there. Dogs all over the place. You know, it's interesting. There's too much that goes on, for sure. You know, you can't ever get peace and quiet unless you come out here early in the morning. If you come out here early in the morning, you'll be all right. Come here. But the thing is about Florida, you just gotta mind your business. You know, mind your business. Be on point. P's and Q's. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Be ready for whatever. That's about it. Florida's straight. I mean, what would I prefer? Of course, living in a small town, you don't have to do all that crap. But I don't have a license, so it's good to be in a place like this for me because everything is at reach. I can take a bike and ride a bike, not even an e-bike, like a regular bike. I can ride a regular bike and be at the grocery store in 10 minutes. I can be at a gas station in 5 minutes. If I need to go get a thing of juice or a gallon of milk, I got a really big Oakley backpack. I can put a whole gallon of milk in there. I can put, you know what I mean? I could take the cereal out the box and just like, you know what I mean? Keep the bag in the bag, the bag in the backpack. I could do that, and come on, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, we're gonna go around. It's just this part, I'm trying to rush to get her on the other side of the street. A lot of cars come this way to like cut through. So you'll see a lot of cars drive through here that don't live around here because it's a cut through spot. The street that I live on takes you to many other streets. There's like 12 streets just from my street. Like my street can take you to 12 other streets. This street, there's only the end and then right here, the street that I'm on right now. So it's a lot more peaceful over here. People still cut through over here, but not too bad. But it's chill though. Yeah, just to answer that, it's chill though. Nice. Is Publix the big grocery store there? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I go to Walmart more than Publix for like my groceries. Like my mom and stuff, she'll go to Publix. But I'd rather go to Publix myself. It's just I try to be smart with my money. I'm not working too much right now, doing all my classes and everything, and just trying to get this license back. And it's either now or never. Like when I first came back, I was working for a while there. I was working for a few different people actually, and it's just like I'm not gonna get out of this trap though unless I get a freaking license. There's a factory willing to hire me back that I used to work for when I stayed in St. Petersburg for work release. And they pay great. They pay 20 an hour, and they'll give me 20 hours overtime. Now I'm hoping not to go back to that, and then we could just do the YouTube stuff and be fine off that. But worst comes to worst, I go to the factory and make way over 1,000 a week. I'm happy. How long did it take to get your tats done? Well, I was in prison for 3 years, about a little less than 2 years. Because I didn't rush into it because, I mean, I would have kept going, but there was times that we didn't have an artist that I wanted to run on me. Sometimes, you don't just get a tattoo from anybody that says they can tattoo in prison. It's not, you go to a tattoo shop with real tattoo artists, you're going to, everyone, yeah, they have their own styles, but more than likely, they're going to give you some raw tattoos, right? But in prison, not everyone can give you what you want to get. And there was times where I got tattoos and I wasn't too happy with the outcome, like my wrist. She's over here.
We found that dog.
Nice, you found it?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second, guys.
It wandered back home.
Okay. I heard that there was something happened yesterday with a gun.
Really?
Yeah.
Where at?
I guess with Patrick or Mike. Mike that lives on my street, the drunk guy.
Oh yeah.
He's always drinking.
Yeah.
I guess these new folks over here that moved in over here.
We're on the street down here.
Pulled the gun out on him.
Pulled a gun on Mike.
Apparently, that's what my mom just told me.
Are you shitting
She
me?
said she
These
heard that
guys that
from
just
Ivy.
moved into that rental house?
Because you know how Mike gets. He comes out after drinking and starts running
Yeah,
his mouth.
yeah.
He's done it to me.
He's done it to me. He's okay sober, but he's
Yeah,
had a
sober, he's good. But, you know, I got him on video. And I'm like, yeah, you know I'm recording you right now.
I had a problem with him driving. The guy that was the tall black kid.
Yeah.
He almost hit me when I was walking my dog, and I stared him down.
Yeah.
He didn't say anything. I was waiting for him to say something, but
Yep,
he
yeah.
pulled the gun, huh?
Yeah, I guess he pulled the gun out on Mike and wasn't playing around with him. Because Mike comes out and he starts calling everybody drug dealers and starts doing this, running his mouth on that alcohol. He's a nasty drunk.
He's a nasty drunk.
He's a nasty drunk. He tried to gang up on me with his roommate. You know, that's the only time he's ever talked to me. He had his roommate with him, that tall dude.
Yeah.
And they act like they were gonna jump me or something. I'm like, let me pull out my phone real quick. You know, let me get this on case. I'm not going to jail tonight.
Yeah.
If I'm laying my hands on people, I'm not going to jail tonight.
Stay straight. Be cool.
Yeah, I'm just doing my YouTube stuff. I'm almost at 5 million.
Okay.
Yeah, blew up.
All right, man.
Have a good night. Hey, not even lying, guys. We're doing good. Oh, yeah. Come on, baby. I don't want you going over there. So she's going to try to follow him in the house. Hey, 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 hey. Come on. Please don't pull. I don't want you to hurt your neck. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Honey. Bela, get over here now. Let's go. Thank you. Hey, what? Hey, hey. Let's go. Just want you. I'm not pulling her or nothing. Come on. Let's go. She'll end up listening. She just doesn't like to listen at first. I just want you guys to know I'm not like yanking her or nothing. Come on. Let's go. She ends up following eventually. She just don't like to listen. But yeah, you know, what took the most time, what made it take so much time to get my tattoos was just not having the right artist, and two of my tattoo artists ended up going to the box, and one got shipped out, one, I don't know what happened to him. There was another guy I never actually got tattooed by him, but like I've gotten tattooed by everyone that I wanted to get tattooed by except for one guy. I didn't get to make it to. We were supposed to do some work, but it just didn't happen. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, yeah, he just got that. That's a brand new Mustang. He just got that Mustang. Brand new. What part of Saudi Arabia are you from? Wherever Florida is. So, the Saudi Arabian of Florida is where I'm at. You can always tell someone has a good character when they treat their pets good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Always. And my dog means the world to me. And I don't get, you know, this is supposed to be her last year, like I said. So, like, if she wants to stand in the yard for 20 minutes, I'm not going to get mad. I just don't want her trying to go inside of his house, you know. Come on, baby. She'll fight with me. She'll end up listening. She's going to act like she wants to walk up here. Then she's going to try to go up there again. It's just part of the routine. That's what we do. I can't explain the mind of a dog, but if the, you know, whatever makes her happy. Come on. Come on. We ain't going up there. Let's go. Now it's a potty break. She wants to get in that Mustang and take it for a test drive. Yeah, it's brand new. Brand new. It's got all white rims, like painted, like alloy painted rims. It's nice. Come on. Come on. Back in the driveway. Come on. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Come on. Stop playing these games. Let's go. But yeah, I've been looking at some more cars. I got a Saturn SUV. It's nothing special. It's got 130,000 miles, 133. It's a pretty nice little SUV. Main problem with those is once it starts getting up in 100,000 miles, the what's it called? The timing belt, whatever belt. I'm not a mechanic. Timing belt, something. There's a belt that all cars have. Yeah, Saturn Vue. I think it's spelled VUE. But yeah, the Vue. It's a '07, and the good thing about the '07 Vue is that it has a Honda CRV motor in it. So that motor is going to last you 300,000 miles if you take care of it. Minimum 250 with regular maintenance. Hoping that the previous owners took good care of it as well. The only issues it has is just like slight electrical issues, like the lights on the radio and stuff doesn't pop up sometimes. The light for the odometer and tell me how much miles I'm at and all that stuff, it doesn't pop up sometimes. One of my tires, which tire was it? I gotta do one of the tires. What my front passenger tire has to be filled up every so often, and one of my back tires is like almost bald. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. I mean, it's up north, It has some rust on it, but it's not bad. Like the first thing I did was look under the car, you know, before looking at under the hood and all that good stuff. It's blue. It's like a dark blue, and it's just a regular View. It's not a V6 or anything like that. It's a '07, so it's got the Honda CRV motor in it. It's got the interior of a Chevy, right? Because GM bought the Saturn Vue at that point. The '04 and '05 Saturn Views were still owned by Saturn, so the interior, like the radio and all that stuff, looks different. But in my model, it's the same exact interior as like a Chevy Impala or a Chevy Cruze at that time. So they took the interior of the Chevy and put it inside of the View, but kept the body and style of it the same. And then they took the Honda motor and put it inside of the View as well. It's from the CRV SUV. And you can look up that engine to the Honda CRV. It's a great motor. It's a great motor. And so I want to keep that car. I could bring down that Saturn and get triple my value for it to the right person. Because the market for cars here in Florida for a decent car is a little ridiculous. Certain cars you can still get for a decent price, but I mean, it's a little ridiculous. Yeah, oh yeah, 130K miles, 20 years old. Yeah, absolutely, it's good. The '08 Saturn View is when they changed the whole model. It still had the interior of the Chevy, because now it's completely GM at that point. But they changed the whole View. So like they were experimenting like little things. I'm guessing they probably ran out of interior stuff for Saturn, so they just started using what they already had to save money, and they took their own interior stuff and put it inside all the Saturn cars. But they kept the same looks, like the View. They kept the same model, like the shape of it. But then yeah, they completely redid everything the next year. I'd rather have the '07 Saturn View, I think, is probably the best one. You get the best of both worlds. It's got enough room because they made it smaller the next year, And the year after that, you didn't get that Honda motor in it anymore, if I'm correct. You didn't get a GM motor in my Saturn. You didn't even get a Saturn motor. You got a Honda motor, and you got the GM interior, you got, the radio, everything. And then you still got the whole base style of an actual Saturn. Like, it doesn't look like a revamped GM whatever, It doesn't look like, I don't know, I like the View. Where do you see yourself? Oh, hold on. Yeah, used cars keep their value these days. Yep. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I own a moving company. It's not doing anything right now because I just moved back down here to Florida. But I do own a moving company. And I get calls once in a blue moon. I actually just got an award for the best rated moving company in town recently. It's in my room. I'll show it to you guys one of these days. And it kind of threw me off because I don't even really get that much calls, but I do have the best rating moving company in the city, apparently. I wouldn't say the most active one, though, because I don't really get calls. But I want to do something with my moving company. I would like to be with you guys. You know, if I can be a YouTuber in 5 years, I've been going live every day. I'm enjoying it. And if I can just get paid to go live every day, I'm with it. You know, and do my little content videos, make my little live for a couple hours every night. You know, it's a job on its own. I go live for a couple hours. I'm looking for content. I'm editing videos for a couple hours and trying to find stuff, you know. And I'm not going to say I'm like trying to find funny videos. I'm just taking videos that I already think were the funniest that I've seen that day already, and just, you know, I'm doing what I do. But it's a job on its own. You know, I'm not the type that likes to work 8 hours anymore. I like to work a solid 5 or 6. And my moving company allowed that when I was doing something with it. Before I got all strung out and stuff and getting back in the streets. Yeah, I think you'll get monetized at this rate. Yeah, me too. You know, pulling in 60 subs a day. If we can just keep that up for a couple more days. Because yesterday I had like 63 subs, then I had 56, and I think the day before was 48. It's just growing, you know. Today it's slowed down though. It's slowed down. It's not like a 2 million views in a day kind of day, you know. So we are slowing down, but that's bound to happen. Look how much views the video has. So I just got to keep hitting more videos the way they need to be hit, you know. I'm going to be my reach is going to have more of an expansion to it now since I've hit a viral video. So, you know, my testing boundaries for videos and stuff, it's going to be to bigger crowds and more willing to go viral, but I have to keep it up if I want to keep myself in the algorithm, you know. If I just start dropping videos and they suck, we're back to step 1. You have a good temperament. A lot of people can relate to you and will subscribe to you. Thank you. Yeah, I don't get mad. I don't get mad like that. I mean, I do, you know, get frustrated with some things. Come on, baby. Let's get out the yard. Hey, what are you eating? What are you eating? Hey, come on. Hey. Hold on. She's trying to eat stuff in the yard. Hey, stop it. Stop it. Get out of there. Come on. Let's go. I try not to get mad about anything, you know. Baby, come on, I don't want you eating stuff in the yard. Come on. It's not good. And you're going to get sick and you're going to throw up, and we don't want that. Come on. So, you know, I try not to let emotions get the best of me. I try not to get mad and get frustrated. I couldn't really do that before. There's a car coming. I couldn't do that before. You know, before I went to prison, I definitely had some problems with my emotions. I had a substance problem, so I was kind of out of control in my brain, and I definitely rewired my brain in a negative aspect, definitely in a negative way. And, you know, the substances that I was using were pretty hardcore, and, you know, that caused some problems with my temperament. And, you know, I'd get angry and I'd raise my voice and stuff. You know, given myself years of sobriety, I'm not saying I haven't, you know, messed up a couple times. It's happened, but it's been a while, you know. And not with that stuff, though. Not with that stuff, you know. But years of sobriety with all that stuff, yeah, my brain's rewired itself. You know, I'm kind of back to a baseline. And I don't take, like, no medicines and stuff like that. You know, I don't take crap. I don't take no pills from the doctor. I don't, you know. This is me. This is genuinely me. And thank you. But when I say I've messed up a couple times, I've had a couple nights drinking and stuff, but I haven't had anything to drink since like January, you know. And it was one night here, and I felt like such an idiot the next day. And I'm like, man, why am I doing this again, And I just feel like crap every time, even if I have a drink, it's like, or a beer or something. It's just, I feel like an idiot. Like, I get depressed. I feel like I'm messing up my sobriety. I feel like I'm letting myself down and I'm letting God down. And I feel like, God's not proud of me, because you can have like a glass of wine and stuff at dinner and everything, but my intention to drink that beer in the first place wasn't to enjoy the meal, it was to feel something off of the alcohol, right? So that's where it becomes a sin in my eyes, and I feel like God's watching me, all the time. So it's like, I don't, let's just be sober, let's just live our lives, and skin glow, my skin glows and stuff now, it's cool. So I relapse too and feel dumb and hate myself too for sometimes, but bounce back is key. It's a new lesson each time. Absolutely. And thank you for congratulating me on my sobriety. Thank you. That's just what keeps me sober, because I'll beat myself up for it for like a week. It's a little windy out here, so it's kind of messing my hair up. I don't care, but I know some people, they are. It's all about presentation, right? What was I saying? Yeah, I'll beat myself up for days, and I'm trying to hang out. Like, I can't have this. Let me give you an example. Like, let's say I went to go have a drink right now. I'm gonna hate myself for at least 3 days over it. I promise you. And you guys are gonna feel that energy when I come on here. I can't have that. So why am I gonna go do that? I'm not gonna do that. It's just what it is. There's a car coming. It's starting to fly. Get over here, Bela. Get over here. Let's get this little car out the way. People be like, you got a whole road. You don't got to drive right next to me. But every time I yell at someone when they're driving, it ends up being some old lady or some really old guy, It's never someone you want to yell at, like someone my age, or just like an idiot or something, or some loser junkie. It's always like an old person, and then I feel bad, So I don't even yell at people anymore. Oh, freaking branches. I gotta get her in the house real quick. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me about 10 seconds. Alright. I just press something on the phone. Are we still good? Yeah, we're still good. Alright, let me talking to myself. I'm doing a something on my phone on accident. Yeah. I bet, and I'm sure with. Yep, and I'm sure now that we're trying to get the clouds back to normal and we're not seeing cloud in certain spots, it's gonna mess with the weather. So, yeah. What's up, chat? There's lots of I almost yelled at an old lady today. There were two walking side by side and wouldn't let me pass, pretending like they owned the pathway. I'm glad I didn't, but I was mad for a couple hours. Oh, yeah. And there's lots of old people in Florida. It must take patience to live there. Yeah, so, you just got to keep your temperament, right? So I feel like God's always watching me, And I asked God if he could help me blow up on YouTube. And I don't really ask God for stuff like that. And guess what happened a couple days later? I blew up on YouTube. So imagine that. Um, every time I ask God for something, which I try not to really ever ask Him for anything, it ends up. It was literally a few days ago. I was like, God, please let me blow up already and give me a chance so I can start making some money. And then I got 4.5 million views. So thank you, Lord. Um, I know God's watching me and He's listening to me. So every time I get mad and start communicating in a negative way and getting frustrated and getting irritated and aggravated and taking out anger and frustration towards people, what's going to happen to me? What's going to happen to me? That's what I ask myself. What's going to be my karma? I don't want to manifest this karma and manifest this negative energy, but what's going to happen to me? You know? So I try to remember that good energy attracts good energy. Negative energy is 3 times more powerful than positive energy. So every time you act negative, it's going to bring more negativity to you in your life that much quicker than, oh, let me just go be positive for a day. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. So, but yeah, living in Florida, there's a lot of old people here. You just got to be careful moving around. Where I'm at, specifically in Florida, it's very overpopulated. This county just keeps growing more and more, and they keep adding more in the development. More buildings, more houses, more neighborhoods. They cut down more trees. They build this, and it's just getting pretty overpopulated. You just got to be careful. You got to be careful. If you're out here like me, right? And one of the most dangerous things you could do around here is ride an e-bike, because I'm telling you, these people, they're on substances. They're texting on their phones. They're drinking the drink, and people are getting pulled over every single day, especially on that road, and I see it almost every single day just for being riding around for a couple hours. An hour here, an hour there, 20 minutes there. I see it almost every single day. You just got to be careful. You don't want to get hit by nobody or nothing. And your moving company, was it commercial or residential clients you were moving? Residential. I've done commercial, but not with my company. I didn't work for no U-Haul. I didn't work for no storage units. Unless it was your personal storage unit, but I didn't work for like a company affiliated with a storage unit business. I didn't work for, it was all me. Now, I've used apps like Thumbtack and bidded on jobs, and you got Angie Leads, and you can bid on jobs, and then if you get the job, cool, now I'm going to go work the job. Let's do it for 100 an hour, 80 an hour, whatever, 75 an hour. And, but if you don't get the job, you still lose your money, though, too, so you're going to lose some money, but you stay focused and, stay active in that bidding war. You're going to be straight. Because if you want to bid on jobs too, that is an active thing that happens around here. Because everyone likes to be a contractor, right? And then they go find people to work the jobs for them. I would just work them myself with somebody else or two. But everyone wants to be a contractor, right? So they go on these apps and bid on jobs, and then go hire other people to do them, and then they just sit around and bid on more jobs all day. That's cool. If that works for you, that's cool. But I'm not trying to, and I would do that more if I already had an established company that was bringing me enough money to, got people that are just on call. Now, could I find people and like go out of my way if I spent 15 minutes, 20 minutes every day to find the worker? I'm sure I could do that, but I don't have enough people that are just waiting on me to call them and, hey, I need you here, hey, I need you here, hey, I need you there. I'd have to build that up. I'd have to get my LLC renewed and get my insurance going. I would have to, uh, you know, start communicating with people again and get a steady amount of trustworthy, reliable workers. You know, a good 4 to 6, I would say, so I could actively bid on 2 to 3 jobs at all times for that day and the next day. And then I would say I would need trucks. You know, I don't got no trucks. So, and these people I have to be able to trust to drive my vehicles, because if they wreck my vehicles, now my insurance is going to go up because I have to keep getting them fixed and claim insurance, you know? It's a mess. I need a driver's license for all that stuff. You look like you clean porta johns. I've never cleaned a porta potty. I appreciate that, Jason. Did you hire employees at your moving company? I just, just the same thing I just told you. You know, I'd find people and be like, hey, like, I'm looking for work. Are you available? And all right, cool. Here, I got this job ready. Be at this address at such and such time. Oh, okay, you need to get picked up. All right, cool. Whatever. But I didn't have anyone under like a payroll or anything. No. It's tough work running a business, having to deal with liability and people drama. Yeah, I got so one of the biggest things with that's why you have to be insured, because if one of your workers, decide, just breaks something or whatever, that's back on you now. That comes back on you. That's why you got to be insured, and you have to have trustworthy people. And then every time something happens, the insurance goes up every month. So you got to be ready for these things. It's frustrating, because things like that are going to frustrate you no matter what, because you're trying to do everything right. You're trying to do what you can do, and you're trying to work with what you got, and you're trying to make this money, and then boom, someone just drops a $4,000 piano. You don't think your insurance isn't going to go up an extra $60 a month now? If your insurance goes up by like $43 a month because your employee dropped a $4,000 piano, right? That's an extra $500 a year that you have to pay for that insurance year after year. What if it happens again and again? See what I'm saying? Moving companies charge a lot for these reasons, because it's an expensive industry no matter what. It's a lot of miles, a lot of gas money, a lot of labor. The labor, not so much. It's everything else. It's getting the trucks, the maintenance of the trucks. Are we renting U-Hauls and Penske's, or are we just gonna get a box truck? We gotta maintain the box truck. You know, it's a lot. You're on the phone. You're trying to work this out, book plane tickets. You got to time everything out with the schedule of the airplanes, and try to get a ticket for the cheapest price. Is this going to be a trip across the country with all your stuff? We're going to have to get hotels. It all adds up quick. Depends on how the type of field you go in. Are you doing in-state moving jobs? Are you doing out-of-state moving jobs? Because I've sat in a truck and got paid $100 a day just to sit in a truck for 2 days. So that was $200 just sitting down. You know. Business having to deal with liability and people drama. Yeah, but I still want to get back into it though. Mine was a moving company, and it was junk removal. I mean, if someone called me for a job right now and they're willing to pay good enough and they got everything else covered, I'm going in. And if it's worth my time, I might even have someone else rent a U-Haul. Just depends. I find a lot of stuff on Facebook, so we got a couple pages for it. They call them like such and such chat, like my county chat, city chat, and you'll find people asking for moving companies, and you'll find people asking for pick this up, pick that up, and haul this to the junkyard, and all this and that. You'll find like easy stuff like that. So that's gonna be a big thing too. Once I get my license back, I want to get a pickup truck and then just be able to take on small jobs like that throughout the week while doing this. So like, let's say I'm making a few $100 a week off YouTube. Perfect. I can go make a few hundred more dollars, scrolling on Facebook groups and doing a couple jobs here and another job there, and I can still make time for everything and be home at night to do a live and stuff. What's up, everybody? New to the chat. Drop a wave. What's up? We're doing Q&As. We're hanging out. We're talking about whatever. I like doing these lives though. I meet a lot of new people. People end up subscribing. They come back. It's nice. I like talking to you guys too. So I want to keep this up. I don't like to deal with the real world too much. The real world, it's just people suck. People suck. I've had enough of the real world. I like to just chill. I like to chill at home, and I want to eventually be able to travel, go around the country and stuff. I want to save up and do that with you guys too. We'll get like an old work van with low miles on it. So we'd probably get something like this, right? And this is what I want to do with the channel eventually in like the next year or two. Once we get monetized, start saving up money, I get my license back, I start doing side jobs and stuff like that and saving up. We'll get like, let's just go on Marketplace. If I buy a vehicle, it's usually off a Marketplace. Alright, so I wouldn't. Yeah, alright? Okay. I wouldn't mind spending a little money. Like, you can get cheap vans for like 1,000 or two. Here we go. Alright, so what's wrong with this? Perfect. So something like this. The only thing wrong with this van, the AC doesn't work, so we just have to get the AC fixed. It's $3,000. Vans like this can go up to 260, 270, no problem. So 140,000 miles. The '03 travel van runs and drives great. Only problem, the AC don't work. So it's probably got a couple other issues too. Look at this thing. We take the seats out. Take the seats out. We got these seats. Obviously, he's a smoker. Probably get some new seats. Probably did some drugs and stuff in it. Oh well. So we'll take out, we'll probably use one of these seats and put it up here. And this seat doesn't look like it was really sat on. So I'd probably take this seat. I'd probably take like this seat. Or I'd take this seat, switch them. Get rid of the driver's seat, use this seat, use that seat. And take the other seats out. I'd put a mattress in the back, like a fold-up mattress that I can pull out and, I mean, looks like we could do a lot with this. We could Build some storage little spots in here, and we could put stuff in and put like a little tiny portable stovetop. And vans like this usually got their own little outlet system, and you could put like generators on and whatnot. And if it doesn't, then guess what? We'll figure it out. Yeah, we do something like that, and then we would travel the country. And that's not bad. We can do like within 2 years. Think about it. This van's $3,000, and they got other ones on here too. You know, they got there's a 20 Chevy Express. Oh no, it's 3K down. My bad. They we can. It's older. But it's got more miles and. I don't really want to spend 10 grand on a van. Alright. This one looks a little longer. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with that van. We could also get something like this. This has only got 114,000 miles. I don't really want a Ford, but it's only got 114,000. We could get something like this and deck it out. Put an AC unit in the back. We can put a mattress in the back. We can, it's already ready for all this stuff. You just got to put the work in and build with it, So we could either get a van, and I would get something like this for my move-in company anyways. $5,000 van, 114K miles, no leaks, ready to work. Yeah, I'd give you 5,000 cash for that, absolutely. 5,000 this year or two. This van's only got 70. It's a little ugly, but it's only got 74K miles. Give it a paint job, talk them down to 6K cash. I'd do that too. A little bit older, but less miles. These are reliable vehicles. A little bit of maintenance on them, get some new spark plugs on them, do a little oil change, and maybe a couple new tires, because vans like this have been sitting for a while. And that's what we would do. This is perfect right here. 7K, 2016 Dodge Ram van, 1500 work van, 140. Yeah, a little high in the miles though. 2019 Ford Transit van. That's a down payment. I've lived in Fords my whole life, family and owning them, and you sometimes want to switch it up. So yeah, we found a few vans we like, and that's what we would do. We would travel around the country together. We'd already have a big enough family at that point that, you guys would be rocking with me the whole time anyways. We would have plenty of monetization, having 50, 90, 130 people watching us at all times, and as the channel grows and they see what we got going on, it's going to be interesting anyways, We just got to ride this out for a year or two, and then I'm going to take y'all with me everywhere I go. We'll literally record every day. We'll travel around the country. We'll hang out. We'll get paid to do it. I'll go to all sorts of places that you guys want to see. And it'll be great. And then as we keep saving up more and more money, we'll start going to like little third world countries and hanging out there for a few months. We'll go to like Panama for a few months. We'll go to Vietnam for like 2 months. We'll go to the Philippines for like 2 or 3 months. We'll go hit Italy for a month or two. I don't really want to go to the mainstream countries. I want to go to like third world countries where there's like crazy stuff and crazy people where we can get some like crazy content and stuff, you know? I want it to be like interesting to watch because I want to watch the videos too, you know? And go, oh yeah, I did that, you know, and be able to tell stories and stuff. And so that would be cool. So I want to let's look up something real quick. This is going to be interesting. Watch. Crazy, dangerous third world countries that felons are allowed to go to. Dangerous third world countries that felons are allowed to go to. Mexico, Philippines. Dangerous third world countries. Ooh, Iraq. Libya, Syria, Venezuela is number 3, the most deadliest country in the world. Angola, Trinidad. I don't want to go where like Afghanistan people are at. I'm not trying to like deal with all that, but I mean Muslim girls are pretty attractive. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't want to deal with their anti-America crap and then I end up dead. You know, I don't want you guys to see me get bodied by some crazy person in a third world country either. But I still feel like traveling to a third world country would be pretty cool. But we'll work our way up to that. You know what I mean? Let's start out small. And to anyone new in the chat, please subscribe. The goal is to get 1,000 subscribers so we can start getting monetized. Thank you. Please and thank you. And say what's up to the chat. If you're new in here, say hey, hi, hello, wave, whatever. What's everybody doing, chat? Put a couple things up real quick. It's still good. Oh, let's not get copyrighted. No. Please don't copyright me. I already learned the hard way what happens from that. They cut out my whole freaking live stream. Yeah, see how this video is doing too. I posted a new video. I don't know how it's doing though. I haven't checked it yet. I was just kind of letting it be and hoping for the best. I'm assuming since I've had more engagement and views than I've ever had, it's probably compared to other videos, but yeah, 2,000, that's good. I'm guessing it got tested and probably failed, right? No, 63% stayed to watch. That's not good, but that's not a total failure. Okay, I'll take that. And we're getting subscribers, I'll take that. That video gave me 320 subs. That's crazy. We're almost at 4.5 million. 4,478,000. 77,938. 65. 75. 82. 87. And 78. 78,000. 4,478,000. It's beautiful. Yeah, I prayed to God for that, you know, I really did. I prayed for God. I prayed to God for that. He gave it to me. I just said, God, just, you know, I just need one. Let me just get to 1,000 subs. Let me get to a video to blow up to make this happen, and yeah, really happen. So what's going on with this video? It's at 2.1K, one sub, 63.3. No one disliked it. No. It's got 36 likes. I don't know. Respond to these comments real quick. Alright. What's up, chat? Still getting people in here? How's everybody doing, man? What's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Y'all ever seen GTA San Andreas remastered with like 4K graphics? Like when people do those little mods and stuff, and they like completely enhance the graphics. I want to get a gaming PC because like I got a laptop, but it doesn't handle stuff like this, and I want to be able to just completely enhance the graphics of old games and start playing them again. Like, I think this looks so awesome. I know from my phone camera you can't really tell, but like this looks so awesome on the TV right now. It looks like a brand new video game. What's up, X3? You kidding me right now, Bela? You can literally see the inside of the money. Look at this. 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 Somebody take a look at this. Come over here, Bela. He's gonna take the money out of his pocket, right? Look at it. Look at the depth in his face.
I'll take that, Hernandez. Hey, that's my paper, man. That's money. This is
You see
good
the,
money.
you couldn't see the bills in San Andreas, the old San Andreas. You couldn't like see the faces and all that stuff of the money. It just looked like paper.
You haven't forgotten about us, have you, boy?
Hell no, Officer Tenpenny. I was just wondering what took y'all so long.
Get in the car.
You know, so that's the crazy part. Looking at how they remastered these games is just truly amazing to me. It's like I want to play it. I've never played a remastered old game with old texture, remastered ultra graphics, you know, and this was a year ago. That's the crazy part. I'm about to watch this and watch all the missions in 4K graphics. Like, that's amazing. And this TV's pretty raw, too. I'm not going to lie to you. It's like a smart 4K TV. UHD, ED, whatever crap. Alright, X3, how you doing? David, what's up, bro? Adrian, what's up? Yes, sir, X3. You know she's in the background. She's over laying in the living room right now. the old girl. So, too, man. About 2 hours in now. I was about to get off here, but now we getting everybody on here. We had 32 people on earlier. I never had no 32 people in at one time, so that was pretty cool. Every time I do a live stream, it just keeps going up and up. That's why I keep doing them every day. I think YouTube's like rewarding me for having like good live streams, because we like instantly went to 16 people in the beginning, and then we went to 32 people. I've never had 20, so. And like we held for a little bit, like we held. David, Adrian, what y'all up to? X3. Oh yeah, yeah. And if you got a PS5, I'll have the PS5 all set up and everything by then. I'm either, I mean, I'm gonna have both, but I'm either going to get a gaming laptop first, because I got the laptop. I want a gaming laptop so I can take it and like go places, and I can go hang out with people and get more, because we're gonna do different things for content. I might start bringing people in eventually. I might start, trying new things, and I want to have the laptop, and especially when we start traveling in the next year or two, when we start doing our road trips around the country and stuff. I want to have a gaming laptop, so I can still game at night on a hotspot or get like Wi-Fi somewhere at night and hook the laptop up to it. And I want to get like a 10 terabyte hard drive, and then have enough space for videos and games and stuff like that. And then I want to get the PS5. I already know it, Adrian. I already know it. I'm an Xbox guy, but I'm debating on switching to PS5. Hey, I mean, hey, if we can crossplay, that's cool too. But yeah, I'll be getting a PS5 for sure. I'm using a PS3 right now, and I got the OG original Xbox under me, waiting for you to come back. I'll be coming back. I gotta finish my program for 5 more months, and then get my license, and I gotta pick up my car. So. I mean, eventually I have to go back to Michigan. I got to get my car. So, little Ashley. I don't think I told y'all that. So, y'all know I got an SUV. It's in Michigan. I named her Ashley. She's on my feed somewhere. There's a video of like one of my beats, and it's me inside my car in Michigan with it. But yeah, when I do go back up there to pick her up and stuff, I'll definitely, you already know, like, we'll all hang out and stuff and kick it and cool it. Dark High Life, what's up? I'm glad everybody's popping in. Like I said, I just keep staying on here because everyone just keeps coming in and coming in. People leaving, people coming in. So, the live stream last night it wouldn't let me upload it. Sometimes I don't get an option to upload it. And then sometimes it'll pop up like a day later. But it hit like 300 something views. This one's guaranteed is going to be a lot more. I keep getting rewarded every time. So consistency is key, you know. There was an old dude, like I was telling y'all the other night, he's like a stoner dude. He just drives an old Winnebago around and just talks to people on live, and he's just like a stoner dude, you know. If he can get 50,000 people watching him and having a live stream video with 300 something thousand views, so can I. Do I have to travel the country to do it? Maybe. I don't know. But we're going to get it. We're going to do it. We're going to get paid. And I'm going to grab something to eat. Hey, Dark High Life, what you up to, bro? I'll be right back. and roll. Still like that old time in rock and roll. I like the music that soothes the soul. Look how freaking huge this thing is. I'm eating. I just made a new video. I got you. I'll check it out as soon as we're done with the stream. I'm eating right now. Chicken and rice. Yeah, I had some tuna and rice earlier today. Some cheesy rice. I got a bunch of these packs. I love these. I only eat the Ben's cheese rice, and I take 2 packs of tuna. Walmart's got these for like 70 something cents. Take 2 packs of those. I heat up the rice. I stir it all up together. Great protein snack after the workout. All right. Thank you, Lord, for all my blessings. I apologize to you, Lord, for all my sins. Thank you for in Jesus' name I pray. Amen. This is. I just grabbed one of the first slices out of the package. I didn't even like intentionally try to grab a giant slice. I think there's like 4 of them left. I already ate one. Well, 3 left now. This freaking slice of watermelon so huge, dude. That's what I'm eating. But the brown rice, plus I like tuna. Hey, I've had all different packaging, or different kinds of like packaged rice. And they all suck, dude. And one of the worst ones you can ever get, Dollar Tree rice. This has been sitting here for like a couple months now. I will not eat it, bro. It doesn't matter what flavor you try to get. I just got it because, like, the Dollar Tree just opened. I only had, like, a couple dollars on me. And I needed something for carbs, you know? And I had, like, a can of chicken, right? So I got the rice, whatever. I didn't feel like going all the way out to Walmart. I should have just went to Walmart. Because, like, nothing compares with when it comes to packaged rice, like the Ben's rice. Now, rice is meant to be cheap, so is it kind of expensive to get the Ben's rice? Yeah, but it's actually good. I just like the cheesy rice the most, but all rice is pretty good, as long as that's the brand you're getting. I know this upcoming month I gotta try to lock in. I gotta start trying to cut back and lose weight. Yeah, hey, I hear that, man. Since I came to Florida, I've put on 22 pounds. I was 156 when I came here, and now I'm 178. So trust me, I already know. And I'm just so active because I'm always riding everywhere. I gotta ride a bike all over the place. To class, back and forth. That's a 20-minute bike ride, and I'm doing that every day almost, you know. And then I ride to the park, and then if I gotta go pick up something from the store or whatever, you know, etc. So, like, I can pretty much just eat whatever at this point. But that's because I'm being active. You know, I wasn't doing all that when I first got here. So I was just putting on all this weight, you know. I wasn't doing no cardio. Like, even if I was working out, I just wasn't hitting no cardio. So, but now I'm just at a standstill. I'm like almost 250. I'm 5'10". I gain weight easy. I can gain weight easy too. I'm 5'10", 5'11", something like that. Depends if I hit pull-ups that day. Uh, I get big if I don't move around or do any cardio. As long as I'm like somewhat active, I don't have to worry about gaining weight. But I mean, if I eat like a slob, obviously, I'm gonna gain weight. But I eat pretty healthy. I'm not saying I eat like super. I'm not super health diet. Oh my goodness, if I eat a donut, I'm gonna get freaking. I'm not like that. But if I want to eat, I'm gonna eat. And like the other night, I just scarfed an entire to the face, the entire box, the same night. If I want to eat, I'm gonna eat. I just don't go crazy all the time. I'm pretty well balanced. Put a can of chicken in it or a tuna pack in it, just for flavor. If it's like a late night snack, I already have my bowl of cereal for the afternoon. I take oatmeal, peanut butter, and milk and mix it all together. The maple brown sugar oatmeal, the extra crunchy peanut butter, and then whole milk, and I just mix it all together and heat it up in the microwave. Proteins and a little bit of fat. And that's it. I got some muscle because I used to play football through middle school and high school. Plus, also lifted a little bit over the years. I've let myself go. Yeah, I can go for that because I've done the same. I've definitely put on a bunch of weight. It was not muscle by any means. You know, uh, my arms have gotten a little bit smaller. Um, my chest has gotten a little bit smaller. My chest was pretty big. My arms were kind of big. But what are you gonna do? It's all about balance. Doing something every day. I'm just tired. You know, I'm busy. I'm tired. I got a little. I'm giving y'all justifications for sure. No excuses. But we'll figure it out. I just need discipline in my life that would help me. Hey, sometimes you got to be your own discipline. I'm my own discipline. There is nobody motivating me to work out. There's no one disciplining me to work out. I can't tell you nothing on that one. There is, I mean, I could give you all the advice and give you the biggest speech in the world, but, you know, we're our own worst enemy. But we also got it. We have to be our own best friend while we're our own worst enemy at the same time. So it's like all the things we want to do aren't the good things. Sometimes I try to keep it instilled into my head, like, all right, I gotta hit the pull-up bar and hit some push-ups, or try to hit some dips or something today. Try to get the push-ups in every day, but I at least gotta hit some dips today and hit some pull-ups tomorrow, or just hit some pull-ups and dips today. I want to get some weights and get my arms back up too. I mean, I'm strong. I'm for sure strong, but I'm like, I used to be. There's videos on my Facebook and all that stuff. Like, I'd hit 20 pull-ups straight, just like it's nothing. Like, up, down, up, down, up, down. And I can still hit a solid 13, which is pretty good now that I'm 20-something more pounds, but that ain't 20, so. I mean, I could used to be able to hit 40, 50 push-ups straight, that ain't happening. I ain't going past 30 now, you know. And I'm not doing that every set. We're going down to 25, 25s, and then eventually 22-ish and 20. I used to be able to knock out 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. Yeah, so I get it. We fall off a little bit, but we got to bounce back. That's all we can do. Alright, guys. Oh, we still got people in here. I'm definitely about to go start making some food. I kind of went in the kitchen and was like, alright, yeah, it's food time, so I'm hopping off. I'm getting pretty tired too, so I'm gonna get some sleep here and stuff, so time to hop off. Everybody have a good night. X3, have a good night. Glad you stopped in. Wish you came in earlier, but glad you stopped by. Everybody have a good night. Catch y'all later.